Wow, where to begin with Beijing? I was there for a long minute. I was there for almost a month. And for quite a while, it was pretty hard to focus on anything besides the fact that it was over 100 every day. And so I was quite literally dying. And I think one of the things that saved me was observing people's fashion. I mean, I was there for family business, so there were a lot of errands to run, and I got to see a lot of different venues that way. Like, it wasn't just the shopping pedestrian areas or the, tourist museumy areas. It was like the banks. It was a lot of subway. It was just like all these other neighborhoods where people live there, right? I would say that the number one trend I saw, New York Yankees caps. I talked about this on my Paris debrief. Literal same thing in China, but counterfeit. At least 99.9% of that. You can just tell by the quality. And the hilarious thing about Chinese sort of hybrid creativity is that, I guess you could call it counterfeit creativity, is that you also saw all these bucket bags with counterfeit Gucci patterns and then the New York Yankees logo. So it was like New York Yankees everything, not just the cap, but bags, t-shirts, I think maybe even sneakers. That was just a standout item, everywhere. Anybody under the age of probably 40 had Yankees logos stuff everywhere on their body. The number two trend is probably Adidas Sambas. That was also a big thing, much to my chagrin, in Beijing. And then there wasn't anything. Here's one kind of side fact about the way Chinese people relate to, I think, maybe clothes in general in the summer season, that many who are not native to China might not know, which is that Chinese people are absolutely terrified of the sun, although that really is just a byproduct of them worshiping pale skin. And so even in over 100 degree heat, everybody is dressed in like long sleeves to cover their skin and protect it from the sun. And so in that sense, that really wasn't like super stylish. You would see maybe sometimes like a big button down, but oftentimes just almost like windbreakers. And so I had to focus in that sense more on like accessories and shoes. And again, those standout items were pretty basic. I am pretty sad to share that like I didn't see anything very interesting sartorially, except for, how could I have forgotten? The big trend for, I hadn't been to China for so long, so I don't know when it started, but this could be like a response to rising nationalism in China, is full get up Qing Dynasty outfits. So that is like 1700s China. So if you could imagine the equivalent of people dressed in like layers and layers of petticoats, with wigs like Marie Antoinette style in 18th century France. So like Bridgerton, but like unironically, for like full get up, not just like the corset is back, right, that we are seeing in America and Europe, but like the entire get up. There were quite a few people dressed in that way. The only thing they were missing were like the 4-inch platform heels that they would wear back in the Qing Dynasty. So yeah, Beijing. Kind of just like a mix or a mishmash of America today, like the most trending things in the US, and then the 1700s.